Hello there, my friends. Golf Coach Dan back again today. If you're new here, please consider hitting that subscribe button if you enjoy what you're watching. Today's video is going to be pretty simple. 3 simple steps on how you can become a more consistent golfer. If you're a beginner, this might be prime for you. If you've been playing for a while, it might be a nice refresher. Let's get into it. Step 1, we're going to need a more consistent ball position. There is no faster way to change your swing, whether it's conscious or unconscious, than by standing differently to the ball, different placement or ball position, right? If I stand too far away, I'm going to have to start swinging out away from me too much, maybe getting on my toes, too close, ball too far back, too far forward. All sorts of things will change once your ball position changes. So the number one way to mess up your ball position would be to not consider where it is in your stance. So one thing that I see a lot of the world's best players do, they always approach the ball. Let's say I'm going that way. They always approach the ball with their feet together for the most part. Maybe not always, but they usually will start with their feet together. Then they will set their feet around the ball. That allows them that split second to consciously set their feet to the desired ball position. The people that I see mess up their ball position the most, they just come on in here and drop the club down with their feet preset already. It makes your life a lot harder to get that ball where you want it each time, okay? So step number 1, we want a consistent ball position, and I'd recommend addressing the ball with your feet together before then getting set into your official stance, if you will. Okay, so step 1, consistent ball position. Step 2, another very simple one, we're going to want a straight-ish lead arm through the backswing, okay? I'm going to say straight-ish. Lead arm for me as a right-handed golfer is my left arm. If you're a lefty, it's your right arm. And what we're doing here is everything moves on an arc around our body as a golfer, okay? So to keep that arc consistent relative to its radius, we want to keep that left arm straight. You know, we use what we might call lever systems in the golf swing for speed, okay? So we definitely would want to hinge our wrists up and back down to the ball. That's a great source of speed. If I then start to fold my lead elbow along with my wrist, those are 2 levers now that I must time up. So is the potential there for more power if you bend that lead elbow? Yes. But it becomes a lot to time back up into the ball. A lot of times people will hit the ball too heavy because the club is, getting too long too soon in the downswing as that left elbow straightens. If that happens too much, you might start popping up and hitting it thin. So a lot of contact issues occur from when the lead arm folds. Also, I'd make the argument that swing width can be a tremendous source of power and a more consistent source of that power, right? Versus when the arms really fold, then you have to straighten them back out, and it's a lot more to time up, like we said. So, consistent ball position and a straight-ish lead arm. I say ish because I don't want you hyperextended. If you're hyperextended where you lose some of the fluid movement you need in your swing, that's no good either. And a little pro tip would be, as most of us are trail side dominant, so as a right-handed golfer, my right side's my dominant side. For most of us, it's that elbow that can help us out the most. So I'm always trying to feel like I'm pushing that right elbow a little bit off my body, versus if that really folds up, chances are my left elbow is going to fold up with it as well, versus if I push it away, okay? Consistent ball position, straight-ish lead arm. And then the last thing is going to be turning our body through the shot so we can finish in balance, right? The main mover of our golf swing should be our engine. I've said this in other videos, but we want to tilt in the opposite direction that we turn. So when I turn in the backswing, my body should be tilted down to the left. I've turned to the right, but I'm tilted to the left. Now I'm going to turn back to the left as I tilt to the right through impact, stand up into my finish, nice and balanced over my lead leg, right? So the main mover in my swing is my body turn. I do want to work on getting my right tilts down. I tilt to the left as I turn to the right. I'm going to tilt to the right as I turn through to the left. Then I'm going to stand up and finish in balance on top of my left leg with my right toe up in the air, okay? So our 3 simple tips for more consistency would be consistent ball position. Pay attention to it. Start with your feet together. A straight-ish lead arm in the backswing, and using some turn to move the club and finish in balance. Let's try and put it all together for you here. Okay, not my best, but certainly not my worst. Should go out towards the target in some way there. Beautiful. Okay, so consistent ball position, straightish left arm, turn and finish in balance. I hope this helps.